Have you forgotten the party of the second part? In there?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Barclay's in conference. I'll tell him you're here.
You just give him this. Drop that on his desk and you won't have to say a thing. Go on, I'll take full responsibility.
Well, so you finally got here. You didn't have any trouble finding the place?
No, I didn't have any
Sure
trouble.
it didn't inconvenience you?
No, not a bit.
Just passing through, no doubt.
I'm here at your invitation, Jarrod.
Brett, you wild and wandering maverick. What do you got to say for yourself? Why didn't you let me know you were coming?
What, miss a welcome like this?
You haven't changed a bit. Well, now that you're here, what are your plans? Just passing through, or do you plan to stay?
Well, if I stay, can I make a place for myself?
In this valley? Believe me, it's crying for men like you. It's your oyster.
Unum ad finem.
I've got some work to take care of. It won't take a minute. I'll meet you over at the hotel. We'll ride out to the house. You'll stay with us, of course.
I don't...
Objections overruled. Good to have you here, Brett.
Thank you, Counselor.
Monroe was right. It's Skyler. Get word to him.
Right after that I painted the zebra stripes on Professor Hamilton's old mare.
Wait a minute. I painted the stripes on the mare. You put the liniment in his bathwater.
Oh, that's right.
How did you two ever graduate?
Well, I just broke into an office and stole 2 diplomas.
Oh, no. Now, it wasn't all fun and games. Of course, it might have been for Brett here. He was kind of the brilliant type, just breezed through.
I've often wondered why you never went into law.
Well, I couldn't see myself clerking for a firm that might make me a junior partner in 20 years. So I traded the little my father left me for experience. Equal parts vision, luck, a sense of timing. You attract fortune like a magnet. Cautions for the plotters. I leaped over their heads. Cattle, shipping, land.
And now, Brett?
Now, a breather. And then I think law.
Ah, right here in this valley.
If you can stand the competition, Jarrod.
Competition? I'll send you the business. I'll even set you up an office space. Fair enough?
That's more than generous.
Brett, I think you'll find this whole valley is more than generous. Just give it a little bit of yourself and it'll never fail you.
You'll see for yourself, Brett, in time.
I hope so. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to go and unpack before dinner.
Well, I'd say he hasn't changed a bit.
The rising star has become a comet. Do comets ever stay put?
Well, I don't know. He just might this time.
wasn't sure Silas had put any towels in your room.
I'm a very wasteful user of towels. Comes from living in so many hotel rooms. Thank you very much. You're very thoughtful.
I recognized you the moment you arrived. There's a photograph of you and Jarrod in Mother's bedroom.
Oh, yes, don't tell me. In cap and gown, grinning like a couple of chimps.
Mm-hmm.
I must have changed a lot since then.
Well, I don't think you'd paint zebra stripes on anyone's mare again, or climb an enormous mountain so that you and Jarrod can have it named after yourself. Well, I hope you like staying here as much as we love having you.
Jarrod Barkley?
That's right.
My name is Monroe. Oh, you don't know me. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes. Someplace where we, won't be disturbed.
What about?
Secret Service.
Well, come in, Mr. Monroe. This way, please.
It's a beautiful home, Mr. Barkley.
Thank you.
Mr. Barkley, you got a good friend visiting with you named Brett Skyler. Now, don't confirm or deny, just let me do the talking. He was moving around quite a piece before he came here. I know, because I've been traveling that same route. And not that he knows that. I wouldn't be much good at my job if he did. Interesting thing about Mr. Skyler's travels, every place he's been, New Orleans, Cheyenne, Santa Fe, San Antonio, they've had a flock of these.
Well, what about it?
Well, it looks so good, it'd take an expert to tell it wouldn't.
You better start traveling a different route, Mr. Monroe.
Mr. Barkley.
You're trailing the wrong man.
Mr. Barkley, I got my family back east. Little place in Virginia. It's been over a 12th month since I seen him. I don't like it. But when I believe I'm right about a man, I'll stay with him until I catch him.
All right, Mr. Monroe, I've heard your suspicions. Now, suppose you give me your evidence.
I don't have any.
Mr. Monroe, Brett Skyler and I went through law school together. We roomed together, ate together, boned from the same books together. I know him as well as I know myself.
Well, now, it's been quite a while since you've seen him. Now, what is it he's been doing? Did he tell you?
He did. Land, cattle, shipping.
Oh? I never heard that he signed a deed, or looked at a herd, or boarded a ship. But if you are confident he is not my man, then you won't mind helping me.
And just what is it you'd like me to do?
Well, now, Skyler knows he's safe here as your guest. You, should have easy access to his belongings. There's a good possibility he's got that money concealed in his bag.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I know. It's a Judas trick. Call it what you like. But I wouldn't ask this of a man's best friend if I didn't think it was necessary. I'm staying at the hotel in Stockton.
You're not supposed to put it up that high, incidentally.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's rather finished. Take that. Spill it all in the saucer. All right.
Now,
I,
yeah, that's I should
would like to
Yes? Oh, Mr. Barkley. Well, you're just in time for a bite of lunch. Come on in, come on in. Here, pull up a chair. I'll send down for another portion.
No, thanks.
Hi. Yeah? Winnie, take a look at these. It's in a border design they usually come a cropper. Of course, some are fancier than others. The genuine engraver, he don't mind how much time he puts in designing that lacy border there. Of course, the counterfeit is inclined to get a bit more impatient. Wants to get his hands on some real money. Especially when most folk can't tell the difference between the counterfeit and the real thing. And the fact that most banks print their own money. You found a flaw?
No. Nothing counterfeit about these. These are all genuine.
Give me a glass. Well, now. He's smarter than I thought.
Or maybe you're just a little too eager to find a suspect, Monroe. Now, with all due respect to the Secret Service, I'd appreciate it if you'd take you and your suspicions right out of this valley.
Mr. Barkley, I still feel I'm right about your friend. I won't stay with him till I get...